Submission Radio proudly brought to you by Musashi, here with Donald Cerrone just before UFC 214. Donald, may I say, the hat is fantastic. Is this the one hat that you keep bringing everywhere, or are you like Superman? You've got a bunch of hats at home, and it's one of the many ones.
Yeah, I probably have 6 or 7 with me right now.
What went into choosing this one?
I don't know, it's just the one I grabbed.
And it helps as well, because obviously we've got the big light shining in your face, one of the great perks of doing media day while you're cutting weight and getting ready for the fight. So let's quickly talk about it, though, because you were supposed to fight UFC 213. This is now a delay. When people hear Cowboy Cerrone's name, they go, this is a guy that will fight through any injury. So tell me, how hard was it for you to actually not fight on that card? Because I'm imagining they're trying to pull you back from fighting. They're trying to stop you from going in there.
Yeah, so when I went to the hospital to get the MRSA taken care of, and they put the IVs in my hand, USADA stepped in right away and said, you can't fight. So there was like no.
It's like they were waiting. It's like a sneaky plan. Do you reckon?
I couldn't even rebuttal it. You know what I mean? So it's all.
Did you want to? Did you feel like saying, "Come on, guys"?
Of course I wanted to. It sucked, you know. Robbie was fucking ready, and it sucks on his part to make him have to wait again. And that's just not who I am, you know. I didn't mean to do it, so it sucks.
Did you contact him by any chance? Because I remember when you guys were supposed to fight before and Robbie had to withdraw, he contacted you and you said you really like that because it's kind of the man thing to do. Did you get a chance to maybe text him and say, hey, sorry, this time?
No, I didn't. I didn't text him. I mean, it was out of my hands completely, so I'm sure they contacted him right away. So, no, I'm sure he was fucking pissed.
Yeah, talk to us a little bit about the injury. How are you feeling now? Is it 100%?
Oh, yeah. Of course. It wasn't even an injury. It was just a blood infection, so I don't know.
I think Dana White said it was something to do with your groin. The groin is 100%?
Oh, yeah, I'm good to go. It had nothing to do with that. It was just all it had to do with the MRSA and the blood infection. So, yeah, I'm good.
What's the time been off like for you? Because we're used to seeing you fight every single weekend, sometimes twice a week. So this for you is probably a pretty big shock. Were you going a little bit stir-crazy not fighting so often? Yeah,
of course I was going stir-crazy, but it gave me a chance to do a lot of crazy shit, so work on my skydiving.
Really? How many times did you go skydiving?
Man, probably
yesterday.
Yeah, probably a dozen and a half, maybe.
I'm pretty sure you skydived into this media day. I saw a parachute come in from around the corner. Talk to us a little bit about the preparation for this fight, because, I mean, Casper mentioned it before, it's a time between fights. The big criticism, I suppose, around Donald Cerrone is when you have time away, you get a little bit rusty. So how do you stay away from that rust, as the people call it, as the critics call it?
Yeah, I don't know. I think you just keep training, keep enjoying my life, and fighting's what I do, man. I'm so excited to fight this guy next to me. He's a fucking legend. I've watched him through Strikeforce. He's one of my favorite guys, you know, so it's cool to get in there and be able to mix it up with one of the best in the world, and shit, I can't wait.
Are you thinking about this as far as a potential title eliminator? Because it's kind of a grey area in the welterweight division at the moment. I mean, maybe GSP's coming back, maybe he's not. You got Tyron Woodley and Demian Maia, and a lot of the top contenders have either lost or they're on the sidelines. A win over Lawler. Are you thinking about the title at all?
I mean, I'm just looking forward to this fight, man. This is like a fighter's fight, right? I mean, if I'm a fan, I'm like, hell yeah, you know. And I am a fan of Robbie, so I'm like, hell, this is one of those opportunities where I get to go in there and fight a legend. This fight's gonna be talked about for ages.
Have you gotten a chance to speak to Robbie? Maybe tell him, like, dude, I'm honored to fight you. Is there kind of a camaraderie between you guys?
Yeah, he knows. There's no bad blood. I shake his hand, smile, slap him on the ass. You know, it's good dude.
Skydiving together after the fight, probably. I was going to say one of the main events is obviously Tyron Woodley versus Demian Maia. Will we be trying to keep an eye on that fight after yours to sort of see what happens there, because that could be a potential opponent there for you if you win this one.
Keep an eye on. I don't keep an eye on any fight, but maybe, who knows.
I know you respect, obviously, Robbie a lot, but what sort of advantages do you think you have going into this fight?
Oh, I think I'm a far better striker than he, you know, technically wise. He's the old school brawler, man. He hits hard, and he's the fighter everyone wants to be. We're going to meet in the middle and throw down, man. It's going to be exciting.
It's tough to come up with predictions, and I know you mentioned it's going to be a crazy fight. For that, it's really for the fans. But is there a way that you see this ending? Is there a scenario in your head where you see that is most likely that you see when you get your hand raised?
Oh man, one of us is looking for a knockout. I already know that. Yeah, this is gonna be someone's going home with an O for sure. But and I'm gonna fight my ass off.
Do you think you'll try and make up the time? Like we said, it's been a crazy time for you being on the sidelines for so long. Are you gonna try?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and fight 4 more times. I mean, 4 times this year, so.
Take us into your mind when you get to that post-fight press conference, someone says, hey, when do you want to fight next? Are we expecting next month or something ridiculous like that?
Yeah, of course, I'm going to say 215 out there in Edmonton.
Awesome. Well, we really appreciate the time, Donald. Can't wait. Congratulations on being back. Keep those IVs away from you. The trick worked once, but it's not going to work again.
Right.
And we're excited for the fans' fight that's happening at UFC 214.
Yes, sir.
Thanks again.
I can't wait.